This video is about 15 real estate market predictions in a changing economic landscape. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of questions people are asking, so hopefully there's some good information here in this video that will at least help people make the right decisions. The real estate market is a dynamic sector influenced by a multitude of factors, including economic conditions, interest rates, and global uncertainties. And I know there's a lot of global uncertainties, but we're still in the #1 tourist destination in the world, and millions of people still want to move to the state of Florida, and people are coming in here like crazy. So you need to make the right decision still if you want to buy a house. In the midst of inflation concerns and rising interest rates, the real estate landscape is evolving. Yes, the market has slowed down a little bit, but things are still underway in a lot of areas around here. In this video, I'm going to explore 15 predictions for the real estate market considering the current economic climate and global unknowns. The first one is moderation in price growth. As inflationary pressures mount, the pace of home price appreciation is expected to moderate. The era of double-digit price increases, which we've seen happen excessively throughout the pandemic, may give way to more sustainable growth. Next is interest rates impact. Higher interest rates will lead to increased borrowing costs, potentially slowing down home buyer demand, particularly for those on tight budgets. Yes, we have seen that happen, and they have lots of rental apartments that are in the area now, and they continue to keep building them because of that. Shift in buyer preferences is another one. Buyers may prioritize affordability and consider smaller homes or alternative housing options such as condos or townhomes. And here in Central Florida, especially out here where I live in Windermere and Winter Garden area, we're seeing a lot of people that are not living in these areas anymore. They're going west out to Clermont, Davenport, and Haines City, and a lot of other areas where the prices have gone down or are down. But the Windermere Winter Garden area, this is a very desirable area, and these prices have not gone down at all. If anything, they still are going up. Suburban and ex-urban popularity is the next one we're going to cover. Suburban and ex-urban areas may continue to attract buyers seeking larger, more affordable properties while maintaining proximity to urban areas. It gets a little bit complicated here in Central Florida where to do that, but that is another subject to cover. Next subject I'm going to cover is rental market resilience. The rental market may remain robust as some potential buyers opt to rent rather than purchase due to rising home prices and interest rates. We're seeing a lot of that here in Central Florida. They're building all kinds of rental neighborhoods around here in this new area, out in Horizon West, Winter Garden, Windermere, you name it. All these big, huge, brand new apartment complexes, a lot of rental homes. A lot of people that are uncertain about what's going on. Plus, a lot of the new builds have not been able to keep up with the amount of homes that they need as well. So we're seeing a lot of that. Next subject is migration patterns. Migration trends may persist with people relocating to regions with lower costs of living, better job opportunities, and improved quality of life. A lot of different areas here in Central Florida, so it really just depends. This is just a video to kind of show you what's going on and help you to understand things a little bit better. Next subject is remote work impact. The prevalence of remote work could influence housing choices, favoring areas with strong internet connectivity and home office space. Out here in Horizon West, Winter Garden, Windermere, all these areas that surround the Disney area, I'm seeing a lot of people that work from home. And a lot of people are buying bigger houses so they have extra space for their office or shipping department or whatever else they're doing as well. So we are seeing a lot more work from home than we ever have before. The next subject is housing inventory challenges. A shortage of housing inventory may persist, further driving up prices in certain markets and putting pressure on affordability. And I don't think that this is going to end anytime soon. There's a lot of dynamics that are happening. Things that are happening with the stock market don't help. Things with rising interest rates don't help. A lot of people are holding off. Well, I shouldn't buy now. Things have gotten too high. A lot of people are going into apartments, so the apartment building market is just blowing up with new transactions because people are renting instead of buying. But in addition to that, there are housing shortages that are going on here. If you talk to any of these builders, and I'd be the perfect guy to deal with you here with all these builders, they have not been able to keep up with a lot of building fast enough because people are moving in from all over the world. So a shortage of housing may persist. And unless the market takes a big dive, we're not really seeing a lot of people putting their houses up for sale in these markets because a lot of people bought at lower prices, or a lot of people bought and want to remain in this area near the Disney World section. Mortgage market changes are the next subject. Lenders may adjust their lending criteria, making it more challenging for some home buyers to qualify for loans. Yes, we're seeing a lot of that. The higher interest rates aren't helping, but it's not driving people away because Central Florida and all of Florida, people are moving in from all over the world, and I don't see that stopping. So I don't know what that's going to do long term with the houses. If you're looking to buy, you should definitely get a hold of me. There are some lenders I work with as well that can possibly help you. Next subject is investment opportunities. Real estate investors may shift their focus to properties with stable rental income potential, such as multifamily housing. We're seeing a lot of that because we are an international hub here in Central Florida with people coming in from all over the world, and we're near all the theme parks, and we're the #1 tourist destination in the world of people coming in. There are tons of investors worldwide that are also coming in. A lot of different places getting bought for rentals, for Airbnb, for investment, you name it. In fact, you can do studies on BlackRock and Vanguard, who've also been buying a lot of houses because they want to control the housing market. We're in this like great monopoly movie that's going on. It's gotten crazy. I don't see that going anywhere. So anybody that's concerned about what's happening with the housing market, I don't see that flushing all these people out with what's happening here, at least in Central Florida. I can't speak for the whole country, but I can tell you for Central Florida, this is what's going on. Next subject is inflation hedge. Real estate is often considered an inflation hedge, and investors may turn to property investments as a safeguard against eroding purchase power. There are so many different unknowns, so I can't speak for everything. I'm not an expert on everything that's going to happen in the financial market. A lot of crazy things going on globally, but this area is a desirable area, so long term I see that people are still going to move here to Central Florida and to Florida. So the housing market, no matter what happens, whether it goes up or down, there's still going to be a lot of things that are going to happen. So get a hold of me. I can try to help you out with whatever you're looking for. Next subject is sustainability focus. Energy efficient and sustainable properties may gain popularity as homeowners seek to reduce long-term operational costs and environmental impact. Yes, there's a lot of that that's happening here. I even got one on my own house. Plus, because of the hurricanes and the tropical storms that have hit here, a lot of places have needed to get new roofs. So, and if you look at what's happening with a lot of the new builders, especially Meritage and some of the others, they're doing a lot of things with these homes with the foam they spray in there and other things to make everything energy efficient. So that's a big thing that's going on with the housing market. Next subject is regulatory changes. Government policies and regulations may evolve to address affordability and housing supply issues. Don't hold your breath for that as far as what's going to happen long term. So if you need to buy a house and you want to live in Central Florida and you want to live near the theme parks, I wouldn't wait. But yes, there are a lot of unknowns that we really don't know long term what's going to happen. Next subject is commercial real estate transformation. The commercial real estate sector may see continued adaptations as remote work influences office space demand and e-commerce drives changes in retail spaces. Yet, because we're in a very, very growing area here in Central Florida, all kinds of businesses are buying all kinds of things. It doesn't matter. It's hospitals, medical facilities, car mechanics, car places, sporting places, you name it, restaurants. There's so much demand because the growth is happening faster than the building. So there are a lot of things that are happening with the real estate market. There is raw land that's available as well. If you're looking for any raw land out here in Horizon West or Winter Garden or Windermere or any of these other areas, I'd be a great guy to get a hold of. I could certainly help direct you with the right commercial real estate property to get. Next subject is market resilience. Despite uncertainties, the real estate market is known for its resilience. I lived through the 2007-2008 crash here. It was crazy. But a lot of things were resilient. A lot of things came back. And the fact that we have people moving in here from all over the world, I don't know really that the market is going to take a dive to the level that some people think if the market goes down, because there's such desirability from people all over the world that come in here, including Brazilians, and you can't just come in here with nothing. A lot of Brazilians are coming in here with all their money. So you got a lot of international people coming in here with a lot of capital. So how that changes everything with real estate in the state of Florida is different maybe than other places of the world or in the country. So pay attention to that. Demand for housing, the desire for home ownership, and the enduring value of real estate are likely to persist. And here's my final conclusion to this video. The real estate market is a reflection of the broader economic landscape, and it is subject to ongoing changes and adaptations. Unless you know the future perfectly, there's always unknowns. But being here in Florida and the #1 tourist destination in the world where people are moving in from everywhere, I don't really see how this market's going to take a big dive down to the level some people are trying to say that it could. Predictions for the real estate market must consider the interplay of economic factors, shifting buyer preferences, and evolving market dynamics. While challenges exist, real estate remains an attractive investment and an essential aspect of people's lives, offering opportunities for growth and stability in changing times. Whether you are a buyer, seller, or investor, staying informed about these predictions can help you make informed decisions in a dynamic real estate market. And I hope this video can at least help people trying to make those decisions. I've lived here for 36 years. I've seen this place grow. I thought it was busy when I moved here in 1987. And now it's unbelievable, and the growth is going to continue to keep happening. Central Florida and all of Florida is turning into like a gigantic New York City suburb of New York City, you name it. They're coming in from everywhere. People want the weather, they want the tax-free zone, they want the beaches, they want the theme parks, they want so much that's here. So I don't see anything going down the way people are thinking it possibly could, given the area that we are here with the amount of growth that's happening.